Hi, I'm Phoebe. Today, I'm going to teach you about the difference between going to and will. Both are verbs. What is a verb? A verb tells you something about an action. Both going to and will tell you that something will happen in the future. It looks like they have the same meaning, but it's important to use them correctly. Let's first look at going to. When do we use going to? First, if you have already made a decision. And second, when we are sure that something will happen in the future. For example, I am going to visit my grandmother next week. This means that you have already decided to visit her, but it will happen in the future. Another example. Look at those clouds. It is going to rain. You are sure that it is going to rain because you see the clouds. That's why you use going to. Now let's look at will. When do we use will? First, for things in the future that you did not plan. And second, when you are not sure that something will happen in the future. For example, I will visit my grandmother next week. This means that I didn't plan to visit my grandmother, but I just decided that. If I said, I am going to visit my grandmother next week, it means that I have already made plans before I said that. Both sentences talk about the future. Both sentences are correct, but they have a different context. Now, how do we make a correct sentence with going to and will? To form a sentence using going to, always start with the subject. In our example, the subject is I. Then you add a form of to be that goes with the subject. In our example, the form of to be that goes with I is am. I am. Then add going to. Our example sentence is now, I am going to. Now add the infinitive verb. This is easy. The infinitive verb is the complete verb, so add have. I am going to have. After the infinitive verb comes the rest of the sentence. I am going to have a meal with my parents. Remember the structure of a sentence with going to. Subject, form of to be that goes with the subject, going to, infinitive, and then the rest of the sentence. Now let's make a sentence with will. Again, start with the subject. In our example, the subject is I. Then add will. I will. Now add the infinitive. I will go. Then add the rest of the sentence. I will go home. So remember, the structure of the sentence with will is subject, will, infinitive, rest of the sentence. Now you can look at the grammar sheet. And don't forget to do your exercises.